vicious call out to hold.
This is what peak wrestling looks like in MMA. In this video, we're breaking down 6 notable Islam Makhachev takedowns, showing how he sets them up, why they work, and what makes him one of the most dominant wrestlers in MMA today. Let's take a closer look. As Islam and Arman sidestep off the cage, they end up in a kind of 50-50 position. To set up a takedown from this position, Islam throws a knee to the body, which Arman blocks with his right arm. This knee is a tactic Islam has used in multiple fights to bait the same reaction from his opponents. Naturally, fighters look to counterattack in this situation. Here, Arman has his left hand as an underhook, while Islam controls Arman's right wrist. Arman's right leg is too far back from Islam, so his only real striking option is his left leg, and that's exactly what he goes for. But watch what Islam does. As soon as Arman lifts his knee, Islam steps in. As Arman retracts the knee, he's still balancing on one foot, and that's exactly when Islam makes his move. He uses his underhook to pull Arman toward him and kicks out Arman's only balancing leg, landing straight into full mount. A beautiful, perfectly timed foot sweep. This is timing and fight IQ at its best. Many fighters have a habit or a style that they constantly repeat in a fight, and elite fighters eventually notice these moves, then use their timing to strike or take their opponent down, basically using their opponent's own weapon against them. In this case, Alexander Volkanovski loves to switch his stance mid-combination, and he had some success doing this against Islam, even managing to wobble him at one point. But Islam makes a read here. Whenever Volkanovski makes these non-setup switches, as he brings his rear foot forward to change stance, he also brings up a high guard. Now, notice how Volk is in a fully square stance here as he's trying to switch. His legs and hips are completely exposed, with his hands high to protect his chin, leaving a perfect opening for Islam to shoot for a double leg takedown. Islam takes note of this. Just seconds later, Volk touches the lead hand and steps forward. Islam gives him the ground. And as soon as Volk raises his guard to attempt a switch, Islam perfectly times the takedown. Now, this next takedown even got Khabib hyped up. Let's see how Islam pulled this off. Oliveira has Islam pinned against the cage. In the clinch, Islam fires a hard knee to the body, and Oliveira answers with one of his own, just the way he expects his opponents to. Seconds later, Islam throws another knee to the body. He does this constantly to bait strikes out of his opponents. A few moments later, Islam throws yet another knee, and this time, Oliveira takes the bait and fires back with a knee of his own. Now, just as Oliveira is about to retract his leg, notice how Islam uses his overhook to pull Oliveira to his left, slightly unbalancing him. The moment Oliveira plants his foot back down, Islam uses that same overhook and sweeps his left leg to trip him, landing right on top. A genius outside trip, perfectly timed and beautifully executed. If DC's impressed, you know this one's special. And it's not even from a fight. This one went pretty viral online, and Islam pulled it off against American wrestler Chase Saldate. Let's break it down. Islam has wrist control with his right hand on Chase's left hand. You can see the grip is really tight. He then taps the head as a distraction and immediately feints low with his left hand for an ankle pick or a single leg. Chase reacts by pulling his leg back, leaving him balancing on just one foot. In that split second, Islam pulls the hand across Chase's body, slamming him face first to the mat, and proceeds to take back control. Beautiful. This takedown shows how Islam baits his opponent to secure a takedown. Elite fighters are really smart at provoking reactions from their opponents and then creating an opening for themselves to shoot for a takedown. Watch as GSP feints a jab. This draws a lead hook from Alves, opening up Alves's hips, and GSP perfectly times the takedown. In this case, Islam throws a jab to see how Dober will react, and Dober reacts with a check hook. Notice how this creates an opening for a single leg. As Dober has his right hand up to counter, Islam knows exactly how Dober will react. He feints a jab, and Dober responds with the same check hook, exposing his front leg in the process. Islam changes levels and shoots for a single leg. Dober tries to defend by framing on Islam's head, while keeping an outside position with his right leg. This makes it difficult for Islam to run the pipe. So, Islam lifts the single leg and begins circling. As he circles, he frees his head while switching his stance to bring his leg closer to Dober's only balancing leg. Islam then uses his right hand to push Dober's upper body while using his left leg leg to pull, securing the top position. This one shows Islam's elite understanding of body positioning in a fight. Great grapplers don't just chase takedowns, they create them by controlling balance. Every shift in pressure, every step, is designed to move their opponent's weight exactly where they want it. Once you control balance, the takedown is just a matter of timing. Islam has pinned Nick Lentz against the cage. He has an underhook here, which he's using to create forward pressure against the cage. He uses his right foot as a point of base to drive off and maintain stability. With the upper body connection, Islam is driving Lentz to his left, aiming to force Lentz's body weight onto his left leg, which in turn makes his right leg lighter. Now, the non-weight-bearing limbs, such as Lentz's right leg here, are easier to move and manipulate, and that's exactly what Islam does. Islam circles his left leg inside. As he elevates Lentz's leg, he sags his weight toward the left and successfully takes Lentz down. And that's a wrap for today's video. Islam is set to face welterweight champ Jack Della Maddalena at UFC 322, and it's going to be a fun one. Can Islam handle JDM's boxing heavy style? It'll be interesting to see, especially as he moves up a weight class. Make sure to drop your predictions in the comments. If you learned something new today and want to support the channel, give this video a like and subscribe for more breakdowns.